Hello, my name is David Will with Willpower Services. I want to introduce you to Craig Newmark, and he is the creator of what we all know these days is Craigslist. I'm going to let him explain to you how Craigslist got started and all that good stuff. Then I'm going to come back to you and explain a few things that I've kind of added to Craigslist to help you get a lot of business and or sell your products or, just get more exposure and more noticed and things on Craigslist because Craigslist is becoming so widely used. It's easy to get lost in the sea of competition out there. So the idea is trying to get people's attention, keep people's attention captured, and get your message out there. So let's listen to Craig, and then I'll come back to you and give you a quick little rundown on how it all works. So thank you very much.
In '94 in San Francisco, I was working at Charles Schwab. I was going around the company showing people the internet then, the earliest web server, the earliest browser, and news groups and so on. And I was telling people around the company, this is the way we're going to do business someday. I also saw a lot of people helping each other out on Usenet news groups and on the well. So I figured early '95 I would give back to the community a little bit. And the way I chose to do that was a simple CC list involving arts and technology events. It spread via word of mouth. People made suggestions. I listened and did something about it, and then repeated that. Listened and did something about suggestions, and we just kept repeating that over the years. In early '99, I made Craigslist into a real company and did okay, but I'm not a real good manager. Let's say my management skills are limited. And fortunately, in 2000, I had hired Jim Buckmaster as a senior tech guy. He quickly showed he was a far better manager than I am, and he runs the company today. But Jim maintains that philosophy of engaging with people, listening, doing something about it, and then listening some more. The first few years, Craigslist was just me, and in that period, around the end of '97, at that point, Craigslist was up to about 1 million page views per month. I then tried running it for a year, 98 volunteers, slow growth. But in '99, making it into a real company was when our most explosive growth began. And figured that my focus should be on making things happen rather than looking at metrics, since we don't have to worry about that except for performance and systems issues. But I observed that in August of 2004 was when we hit around 1 billion page views per month. Now we're hitting about 13 billion page views a month, perhaps as many as 50 million unique visitors per month, and I'm guessing probably around 50 million postings per month. In 2000, Jim led the introduction of new sites. Prior to that, we had just been San Francisco Bay Area. We added 5 new sites, including New York and LA. And then over the years, we add new cities, new countries fairly carefully. We wait till we hear that we're welcome in some new city and country. And then after hearing those requests, Jim looks at demographics, including internet usage, broadband usage, and then he adds a batch of new cities at a time. I think we're up to around 567 cities now and around 55 countries.
Okay, I'm back. I thank you very much, Craig, for explaining how Craigslist came about. Tremendous job putting Craigslist together. You've done very, very well with it. You are in many, many cities across the country. You are, as a matter of fact, in the top 10 in Alexa. Alexa, if nobody knows, is a website ranking system. They rank websites around the world. And the United States, as you can see here, they're in the top, they're at number 9, and global rank is at 39. So Craigslist has done very, very well, and it explains why Craigslist is so long. I'm going to try and keep this part short here so you can understand. So we don't have to go into real long detail here. But I do Craigslist ads a little bit different. This is just an ad that I picked out of Craigslist randomly in North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, as a matter of fact. If you'll notice this ad, I mean, it's a great ad, and I'm not going to try and take anything away from the company of what they've got going. But to me, it's a little bit too wordy. There's a little too much verbiage in here and things like that to read. And unfortunately, we as Americans, and me included, we've gotten a little bit too lazy to read. People are wanting to see video and picture and things like that. So what I've done is, and there are people doing it, is they're actually putting video ads, and I've decided to put a little different tilt on that and people are putting picture ads on it. I put a little different tilt on it and put video ads on Craigslist. And I added some animation, things like that on the ad to get people's attention. Also, you'll notice up here in the header that I'm sure a lot of you people may have seen some of these little funky little designs, arrows, and they've got spades and hearts and diamonds, and all the different things from a deck of cards, and there's all kinds of different things that you can put up here as well. There's several reasons that they do that. It adds to the title, grabs people's attention, things like that. Another thing I'm going to show you is down here on the bottom, if you'll notice, there's a hit counter down here. This particular ad has had 263 hits. Now, I'm just going to go back up here on top, and when I posted this ad was posted actually just a day or so ago. I reposted this ad again this afternoon, and I've added a couple of hits since then. But it's gonna give you an idea of what kind of response, or what kind of, well, not so much response, but what kind of traffic you're getting on your actual site, to kind of give you an idea of what's been going on with it. Now, the other thing is as you can see, there is a little video player in here. Okay, so watch this video. This particular one, I'm selling GPS tracking units. Okay, so then what'll happen is when they click that, it'll take them over to the website. It'll take them off of Craigslist, basically out of the sea of competition. Okay, and this video is here on this landing page, or in this case, a website. You can pretty much send them to anywhere you want to, and then they can go ahead and play it here. I've also got a hit counter in here, again, to kind of correlate with what kind of traffic I've had versus what I've had from Craigslist, what my total traffic number is, things like that. And there's other ways to track that as well. I'm not going to get into that in these videos. This is obviously a product that I'm selling. Okay. The beauty of this is you can do this with anything you are advertising on Craigslist, whether it be a product you're selling, a service you're offering, or even a business that you're trying to get people involved with. I'm also involved with a company called Momentous Energy. And this particular ad is in Bismarck, North Dakota, which Bismarck doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. And right here, as you can see, I've only got 13 people that have looked at this one. So that kind of gives me an idea of how often do I want to put an ad in Bismarck. Okay. And once again, I can go ahead and click on the arrow to click play. It's going to pull me off of there, and it's going to bring me to a landing page that I've created for Momentous. They can go in and check out what I've got. They can watch the videos there. They can bump around through some of the different links and stuff that I've got on here. Contact me and all that good stuff. So, anyways, that's how I do Craigslist, and what I'm doing is I'm teaching people how to do this. You know, I used to build video ads for people, you know, but the problem is that, you know, once you've got one ad built, you've got one ad and you're kind of stuck with it. What I've decided to do is I've decided to start training people how to build these ads, show them how to do the HTML code, how to make all this stuff work, how to put it in themselves, so they don't have to worry about going to somebody else. Training's very simple. We do it all live online. I share my screen with you on a screen sharing program. Talk to you one-on-one. I'll even record the training so you can go back in case you forgot something or you missed something that we talked about. If you want to get some more information on doing this, on learning how to make these ads, I'm going to show you my number right here is 701-577-5777. Once again, 701-577-5777. And after this section of this video, I'll go ahead and I'll put a static image up. You can go ahead and get all my information off there if you missed it again. And give me a call if you think you want to learn how to build these ads for Craigslist. They've become very, very effective. I have gotten more response on Craigslist ads than I think anything else that I've used. By the way, speaking of using anything else, you can use a whole bunch of other ones. There's a lot of different classified sites, and you can do a lot of the same HTML code in them. You can still put video ads in them, things like that. And you can also do it, believe it or not, in eBay. So it works very nice, very well. Like I said, it creates a lot of attention, and it gets people to click through and find out what it is you've got. So give me a call if you want to get started on learning how to do this. Once again, it's very easy to do. It's not real expensive, and we'll go from there. Thanks again, and have a great day.